You know, some of the fondest memories I have of Dan are his infectious smile that he had. Dan was always smiling no matter what was going on, how he felt, and what he was facing. He also had a very strong faith. And most people don't know this, but Dan was an accomplished pianist and organist, and he played in his church for over 20 years on Sundays.
He had a lot of integrity. He wanted to be sure things got done correctly and on time. Took great pride in what he did. Always willing to help anybody, figure something out. If he didn't know, he'd find out.
Going back to Dan's beginning with the bank, he was hired directly out of college. He graduated from William Jewell in 1974, and we had a standing joke that he started the following Monday after he graduated.
I think he really fit in compliance because he liked to do things right.
And regrettably, the treatments that he received at Sloan Kettering did not cure Dan. And Dan passed in 2004. And when Dan passed, we made a decision that we wanted to do something that would not only recognize his legacy and the contributions to the bank over the year, but also carry this forward to future members of our staff who exemplified some of the same characteristics and traits that Dan had.
So the Dan Waters Award was created a few years after Dan passed. You can't apply to it, so one of your peers has to nominate you for it. So I think that's part of the prestige of it, is that it's nominated by your peers.
I wasn't surprised to see all the names that were on there because there's so many, amazing employees that work at First Federal, and I was extremely honored to be a part of that list.
When you get the respect from your peers at that level, it's just, there's no words for it really. And so yeah, it was a major shock when I saw, I was the last one on the list to show up, and then actually getting called, yeah, I was really surprised. I also feel that being part of some of the extracurricular activities, the volunteer work and stuff, I feel I've been very fortunate. I feel I should give back. I've always enjoyed doing that stuff with the bank, the Ronald McDonald dinners. I was even Santa Claus one year. I don't know if you saw pictures from that for baby Grace. I had the full outfit and everything, and I was scared to death. But it ended up being one of the best days of my life. I probably had more fun than the kids did.
I think, it's the impetus to really take your job seriously, have fun at your job, but at the same time, always excel. Dan would never accept second best. He always demanded perfection in what he did. He was a hard worker, but at the same point in time, he would always listen to others, and he loved to teach and share with others what he was doing and what they were doing, and hopefully be a benefactor to them